It's like it's following me. And there's I guess a red light, so if they wanted to shoot somebody, there's a dog out here. Good morning. Let me ask you, do the helicopters flying overhead like that, do they scare you?
No,
They don't?
no.
How do you feel about it?
No,
You just
somebody,
used to it or something?
yeah, somebody did something wrong somewhere and they trying to find out.
Oh, okay.
That's what you feel about?
It's creepy to me. It scares me. I don't like it. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the prognosis, I guess. Somebody must have did something wrong. But I guess, in this situation like I've been in, I already know you don't necessarily have to do anything wrong for them to send them people on you. And I don't know. I mean, to me, the helicopter scares me more than anything else. But anyways, going back to what I was talking about, I really didn't want to talk about, like I said, over the past couple weeks, I've been talking a lot about staying positive and trying to focus on the news in your life. Unfortunately, this is the news in my life. There's a helicopter flying overhead, And so the other news that was in my life is things that I happened to come across, like um, that video. And you know how they say that idle, when you have too much idle time, that's when the devil gets to play. And it's true because I didn't necessarily literally have too much idle time, but I gave myself, because I know during the week I'm gonna be running. I'm in the process now of, I gotta find me another place. I can't, and I'm gonna tell you, I can't be there. Like, I mean, I literally cannot be there, but God willing, but I gotta put forth some effort. This reminds me of, and y'all know I've been living in and out of these types of situations for the past few years, but and I recall there was an instance where there was an instance where ow, my shoulder, this bag is heavy. Oh, that's better. Okay. There was an instance where there was a young man. He just came from somewhere. He stayed in a room for like 2 weeks, and he found a place. And I was just like, "How'd you find a place so fast?" His response, "I looked," which is very true. I haven't been out there looking. I've been looking in the same old places. So if I keep looking in the same old places, chances are, oh, I gotta get out the street. Chances are I'm gonna be finding the same old types of places. So I have to find. I gotta wait till all these cars pass by. I have to find something better for myself. Um, I mean, I'm not even gonna mention all of the atrocities. So, um, but anyhow, back to what I was talking about coming across that thing with love and hip hop, and it wasn't initially about love and hip hop. It was about some guys that killed this dude, and how this woman, I mean, she's just out in public, and and I had to think about why was I so hurt and offended by that, and I guess it's because, again, the value system that I was raised on evidently does not apply to this world. It's all a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's all a lie. And the system that my mom, raised me on. But I guess when I think about it, did she really raise me on it, or was she just thrown in it because she's not from here? So, she just sent me to school, and that's what they taught in school. And she had her little tidbits to kind of, and see, talking about my mom, this is the type of stuff my mom used to pick, flowers and make bracelets and stuff. But, just talking about all of that type of thing. What time is it? Um, I mean, all of it's a lie, and that's why analyzing why it disturbed me so much to see this woman, you know, darn near kill somebody, then come back out and who knows how many different crimes she did in between. Then there's fraud, then there's this and that and the other, and she admitted to it. Her guy that she lived with forever admitted to it, and so and then the value of human life. You could dog on there, kill somebody, and really intend to kill somebody. And oh my gosh, there's so much traffic here, and it's like no sidewalk. Um, yeah, and this is a dangerous corner. I'm gonna have to chance getting my feet wet over getting run over. So, grass in between the toes. But yeah, so it really offended me, and it affected me because when I think about myself, and when I watch some of these YouTube people and some of these people that did all this crazy stuff. That's not me, and I hear them complain about the same thing. But it's just appalling to me. Like, how? I mean, how can a system think it's okay to lie to people all their lives? We're raised up on that if you do the right thing and you do good, everything is gonna work out, and you're gonna have the backing of society. That's a bunch of BS. How can you continue to raise children? I don't even know what they're raising. I don't have kids, so I don't know what they're teaching them. They're probably teaching whatever. But how could you raise us up on that and that be absolutely not true? And how can you make it so that if a parent speaks out on it, that that if a parent speaks out on it, that there's something wrong? I mean, because the truth about this world is I can clearly see, and it's so sad that I when I say you, I mean you in general, you've been so ingrained with, this belief about how life works that here I am 40 years old and I'm just seeing how cruel the world is. Um, wow, and it's not like you don't see evidence of it. You see evidence of it, but you're like, there's no way that a whole system can keep saying that this is true, and this bad type of stuff keeps happening. There's Hulk Hogan, and this bad type of stuff keeps happening. But there definitely is a way, and maybe that's what society is based on, the fact that there's a certain class of people like myself that are, not just good people, just purely, purely, purely. This helicopter literally has followed me. That's how it feels. Maybe it hasn't, but from the time that I woke up and turned the light on, it was like in my backyard. I came out, it was hovered directly over top of me. Now it's like right here. Okay, and I also just and speaking of that, I'm waiting on the bus. So when the bus comes, it's, you know, yeah, I'm waiting on the bus. And the other thing too, and I mentioned this before, and I want to interview or ask 10 different bus drivers, like, and then that guy that I asked about the helicopters, how did he feel about it? Who knows? Maybe he works in, law enforcement or have friends and whatever. And I don't know, but it scares me. And the helicopter is now coming over to where where I am, like directly. Yeah, I'm like, anyhow. What else did I want to say? This bus stop is like the worst. It looks like a decent bus stop, but it has flies and bugs and ants and everything. So that was behind me. But anyhow, yeah. So the thing about, like I said, the reason that bothered me so much with that is that this woman, and they talked about how, they asked her, did she feel like she was portrayed negatively or adequately portrayed on on the show, and she was like, "Oh, they're showing me as a boss," which basically she's trying to make it sound like she wasn't bragging, but she liked it, you know. And then I heard something on some again YouTube. I need to stop. I need to make better use of my time because that idle time I'm looking at the wrong stuff. But then again on YouTube, this guy was saying how um, the dude that got kidnapped and thrown in the car and left for dead and all of that, he was saying how, oh, they fake gangsters, they're fake gangster family because they had some dude that killed the dude's cousin. They didn't go kill him, but they killing this dude here. Now, try to kill this guy, you know, and so they fake gangsters. But to be honest with you, I mean, that's what all gangsters do. You know what I'm saying? Or wannabe gangsters, they're just bullies. It's like you find the weak spot. You know, you throw hands at the person or words at the person, say the thing that you think that you can throw hands at. You know, if you feel like something is gonna be harmful to you, you don't, and then you build your confidence off of those little things. Like anybody that shows any type of usurpation or anything like that, that's what you do. Men that are abusive to women, verbally or otherwise, you find a female that's gonna let you talk to her a certain type of way or present her with certain type of material. Then you get confidence and get bolder and bolder and just get stronger and stronger with it. And then you go up a notch as far as the type of women that you interact with, and you throw that at them too because you have practice. You see, so he's saying they're fake gangsters, but all gangsters are the same. Gangster, bot, whatever you want to call it. And I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but my living situation, the girl that lives there, she does all kinds of wrong, and she just does it blatantly, and she doesn't try to hide it. Doesn't try to hide it, and she'll allow somebody else to think that it's someone else, and then it's the same as murdering. You're cursing somebody else with your mouth or with your manipulation of situations, and it's just, I mean, that's the way the world operates. Now, I'm not going to study that too much because, again, that's not what you study, you become. I don't want to study that, so I'm not going to. But I am aware that that's how the world operates now. When I think about it, this is, people f with people that they think that they can. They manipulate situations that they think that they can. And I've been listening to something Power 48 something I was listening to, and that was one of the things they were talking about. And to me, when I was listening to that, because it was all about manipulation and stuff like that, it might as well have been a study on how to be evil, you know. But as I listened to it, it helped me to gain an understanding of the world around me, you know. And you know, I don't agree. My spirit. When I say I don't agree, I'm not saying right or wrong, because obviously this world has no right or wrong. People just do whatever the heck they can get away with, do whatever they do. But And I remember when I had that legal situation, that was one of the things I said. I think the people that go to jail or are in jail are either people that are so bad that, so bad they done so much bad that, you know, there's no choice but to whatever, you know, they're bad and it's ugly. If you keep a smile on your face and whatever is, and you carry yourself a certain way, I guess it doesn't matter. Because, like I said, that lady, that Karen King or whatever lady, I mean, I just learned so much from just watching that stuff this weekend because that lady, she came out not a frown, not a worry, nothing. And when I think about, again, going back to my legal situation where I was falsely accused and convicted and, luckily had overturned, but and I wouldn't even say luckily because it's still out there, and some people I still have problems with employment, for real jobs, you know. Um, but I remember when I was going through it, the court ordered me to a homeless shelter, and it's like, and I'm gonna tell you, you don't need any of that stuff if you're on public assistance and all that. I know you're thinking, oh, this is an extra however many. It's not worth what it puts on your soul. I can't even begin to blog about this, but